Most men never realize the exact moment their power leaves them, because it does not disappear loudly. It slips away silently the moment a man begins to need something outside himself to feel complete: approval, validation, attention, reassurance, or emotional security. Stoicism identifies this dependence as the root of weakness, not because desire is wrong, but because attachment removes self-command. From an early age, men are conditioned to measure themselves through reactions: praise, success, acceptance, and especially female interest, and over time this conditions the nervous system to seek external regulation. The Stoics warned that when a man allows his emotional stability to be governed by others, he becomes predictable, controllable, and internally fragmented. Neediness changes posture, voice, timing, and decision-making. It creates urgency where there should be patience and noise where there should be silence. Women do not consciously analyze this, but they feel it instantly because humans evolved to detect instability before words. The man who needs outcomes speaks faster, explains himself, justifies his actions, and fears pauses, while the man who needs nothing stands calmly within himself. Stoicism teaches that power begins when a man stops negotiating his worth and stops asking permission to exist confidently. This does not come from arrogance, but from inner agreement. When a man no longer seeks confirmation, his body relaxes, his presence deepens, and his energy becomes grounded. This is why the Stoic appears confident without effort, because effort itself reveals dependence. Confidence is not something you perform, it is what remains when need is removed. And once need disappears, power quietly returns. Every man is tested emotionally long before he is respected socially. Not through confrontation, but through uncertainty, delay, silence, and pressure. Most men fail these tests without awareness because they interpret discomfort as danger. A delayed reply creates anxiety, silence feels like rejection, and distance triggers overthinking. The Stoics taught that the man who cannot tolerate emotional discomfort will always surrender his authority to whoever provides relief. Emotional independence is not emotional suppression, it is emotional ownership. The Stoic feels desire, attraction, interest, and disappointment, but he does not allow these emotions to dictate behavior or compromise values. When a man becomes capable of remaining stable regardless of response, he communicates abundance without words. Not abundance of options, but abundance of self-trust. Women sense when a man is not emotionally bargaining for approval, and that absence of need removes their leverage unintentionally. Intrigue arises not because he withdraws, but because he remains cantered. Stoicism does not teach manipulation, it teaches alignment. When thoughts, actions, and standards move together, there is no internal friction and no nervous energy. Calm men are rare, and rarity creates gravity. Authority is felt in composure, not dominance, and leadership is communicated through restraint, not control. Emotional independence is built slowly through disciplined solitude and repeated decisions to choose self-respect over validation. This is why it cannot be faked and why most men never develop it. But once it is built, it becomes unshakable, and this is where real power is born. Most men believe walking away means leaving physically. Stoicism teaches something far more important. Power returns the moment a man walks away internally, because internal detachment breaks the invisible chains that keep men reactive, anxious, and controllable. A man can stay present, engaged, and respectful while no longer being emotionally dependent on outcomes. This is the difference between escape and sovereignty. When a man detaches internally, he stops rehearsing conversations in his head, he stops waiting for responses to validate his mood, and he stops shaping his behavior around approval. The Stoics understood that the mind must be trained to accept uncertainty without panic. Because uncertainty is where most men lose themselves. Internal detachment does not mean indifference, it means freedom from compulsive attachment. When outcomes lose their grip, reactions disappear, and composure becomes natural. Women feel this shift immediately because the man's energy no longer asks for permission. His tone becomes slower, his responses become deliberate, and his availability becomes intentional. Not as a tactic, but as a reflection of self-respect. This internal walk away creates psychological safety because nothing is more unsettling than a man who cannot regulate himself, and nothing is more grounding than a man who can. Stoicism teaches that when a man no longer fears loss, he becomes dangerous to manipulation and impossible to control. This is why power returns silently and without announcement, because power was never something to be taken from others, it was something that was being given away unconsciously. Most men are taught that desire must be fueled through pursuit, effort, and constant engagement. Stoicism exposes this as a misunderstanding of human psychology. Desire grows in the presence of mystery, stability, and restraint, not pressure. When a man stops needing to be chosen, his behavior changes in subtle but powerful ways. He listens without anxiety, he responds without urgency, and he allows space without fear. This space creates tension not because he is distant, but because he is complete. Women are not drawn to men who demand closeness, they are drawn to men who are comfortable with distance. Detachment does not kill attraction, it purifies it. It removes fear from desire and replaces it with curiosity. The Stoic does not try to be unpredictable, he becomes unshakable. And unshakable men are rare. When a man is no longer emotionally invested in controlling outcomes, he becomes present rather than performative. This presence deepens connection because it is not trying to extract. Reassurance. Stoicism teaches that desire should be invited, not forced, and that power lies in patience, not pursuit. When detachment replaces neediness, desire grows organically because nothing feels more valuable than something that is freely given rather than demanded. This is why the Stoic path produces attraction without tactics and respect without negotiation. The final truth Stoicism offers men is simple but unforgiving. Confidence is not built by being desired, respected, or admired. It is built by refusing to abandon yourself for approval. The Stoic man does not ask whether he is enough, he decides to live in accordance with his values regardless of outcome. This decision removes internal conflict, and internal conflict is what drains power. When a man aligns his thoughts, actions, and standards, his nervous system settles, and his presence becomes solid. People feel solid around him because he is no longer leaking need or fear. This is the confidence women notice instantly, not because it seeks attention but because it does not require it. Unshakable confidence is forged in silence, discipline, and restraint. In moments where a man chooses composure over impulse and self-respect over validation. Most men never reach this level because it requires letting go of the need to be liked and embracing the responsibility of self-command. But once a man reaches it, his power cannot be taken because it no longer depends on anything external. If this message resonated with you, comment down below, subscribe to Stoic Spark for daily Stoic wisdom, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the lessons most men never learn.